We fade in on some fluffy marshmallow puffballs hopping around like they're auditioning for a kids' show. Adorable, right? Wrong. Chat's like, "Yo, what's he doing over there?" Because our MC is lurking behind a giant glowing rock like a suspicious NPC. Then the puffballs suddenly stop being cute and give him the death glare, you know the one. The "I'm about to ruin your whole career" face. Next thing you know, one opens its mouth and it's basically a piranha in a fursuit. Chat immediately goes gross, because same. Our boy Jeju dodges like his life depends on it, because it does. And suddenly they're all chomping on this magic rock like it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. MC watches them and goes, "Do I have to eat rocks too?" And instead of saying, "Nah, that's insane," he's actually considering it. Viewers in chat are torn between "I understand him" and "that bitch Popboy looking a little gross." Cut to him doing it. My man really bites into a rock like it's a chicken nugget. No hesitation. And because these types of logic, this somehow fuels him with pure determination. "I'll do whatever it takes to survive. I'll destroy this tower." Cut to a different time. Jaiju sat stiffly in his suit, unsure how to respond to the compliment. "How admirable, Jaiju," she had said, as if his determination alone could change his circumstances. But the truth was less glamorous. Across the small coffee table, his acquaintance sighed, voicing the struggle everyone seemed to share these days. "It's been hard to find a job lately." The words lingered in the air like the steam rising from their coffee cups. Warm, but heavy. Jaiju could only nod. After all, he knew that reality better than anyone. She sipped her coffee with the kind of calm confidence only someone not scrambling for work could have. "Jaiju, since you've never gotten your hands dirty, unlike the others, you'll excel in whatever you do." It sounded like praise, but Jaiju could feel the weight of expectation tucked neatly behind her words. He scratched his cheek, letting out a sheepish laugh. "Not really. It was just because the market CEO took a liking to me." She shook her head with a wistful sigh. "If only the other guys could have a heart like you." Jaiju wasn't sure if she meant kind-hearted or easy to boss around, but he decided not to ask. But then her tone shifts. She leans forward. "To be honest, the director's not feeling well." The coffee cup hits the table with a little clink, and suddenly the air feels heavier. And that's when she drops it. The orphanage they both care about? It's privately funded, and if the director retires, well, let's just say Jaiju's about to be offered something that isn't exactly a dream job. She doesn't sugarcoat it. The orphanage will last 3 years, max. Jeju's eyes widen. No jokes, no witty remarks, just pure sinking dread. This isn't some abstract charity problem. This is home we're talking about. He stares down, speechless, as the words echo in his head. 3 years. And then, nothing. Before he can even process it, a sharp scream slices through the air. He opens a room door. Then, whoosh! He hurls himself face first onto the bed, like he's been training for the bed diving Olympics his entire life. I swear, he didn't just walk in. He committed to this like a man who's 90% adrenaline and 10% poor decision-making skills. Ah yes, Kim Jaiju. A name so full of promise, so dripping with destiny, that even the director was like, let's call him skill itself so he can dominate life like a pro. Flash forward to reality. Our boy is doing the retail cha-cha behind a counter, stacking gum packets like they're the keys to the kingdom. Sure, he's gotten jobs. Look at that big "you're hired" moment, grinning like he's just won the lottery. Spoiler, it's minimum wage and soul-crushing hours. He thinks he's worked hard. Oh, sweet summer child. But then the cold, existential slap of reality says, congrats! Even if you work 1,000 days at the market, you're still broke, tired, and maybe developing carpal tunnel. So our boy here is in full main character depression mode. He's lying on the bed like life just sent him the final boss of bills. Why? Because no matter how hard he works, it's not even enough to keep the orphanage running. And guess what? That place only has 3 years left before it's game over. So here he is, staring at the ceiling, contemplating life choices like, is there a cheat code to get rich quick? Bro's basically one YouTube ad away from investing in crypto or selling mystery loot boxes. But trust me, whatever's coming next is going to make Dogecoin look like pocket change. He then doom-scrolling on FunTube, probably at 2 a.m., the most dangerous time for questionable life decisions. And what's in his recommendations? Oh, just 3 ways to become rich and the future of new jobs. You know, the same bait thumbnails we've all clicked at least once. But here's the thing, no matter what he searches for, It's all about the awakened. Yep, apparently in this world, if you're not swinging swords or blasting fireballs, you're basically background NPC number 42. And you can see it in his face. Man's wondering if he should just awaken out of spite at this point. Jaiju's eyes narrow. He's just muttered the magic word, awakened. Not good morning, not please pass the salt. Nope, just that one word that separates broke civilians from walking, talking cheat codes. Cut to his phone screen where some clickbaity FunTube thumbnail is basically yelling, revealed! How much money awakened make, like they even threw cash in the background for that extra subtlety. And with 22.4 million views in a week? Yeah, Jeju's definitely wondering why he's still watching from the sidelines. Then we're on a flashy talk show, because apparently even in a monster-filled world, morning shows never die. The host leans in like he's about to drop the juiciest tea. So, to the two awakened who somehow survived the Tower of Trauma, I've got a question. The host hits them with the classic talk show zinger. So, after you came back from not dying, what's the biggest change in your life? The awakened dude leans back with the smug aura of someone who knows exactly how much his watch costs. He even prefaces it with, "This might sound cocky," which is TV speak for, "I'm about to sound really cocky." And then, bam, he drops the most predictable, least humble flex possible, money. Not honor, not peace of mind, not trauma counseling, nope, straight up cash, baby. Cut to Jaiju, lounging like he's in a mattress commercial, casually confirming that yes, awakened folks are basically walking ATMs. But then, our boy gets distracted by the real mystery of the universe. What's a popoi? Forget monsters, forget world-ending towers. This man is on a quest for vocabulary. Flashback time! 7 years ago, out of nowhere, bam, a giant tower shows up like an uninvited guest who refuses to leave. No sign-up sheets, no consent forms, it just yoinks random people off the streets, sucking them inside like some cosmic claw machine. Most didn't make it back out. And the ones who did? Well, let's just say their bank accounts got swole. But their trauma probably did too. What's inside the tower? Beats me. Nobody's spilling tea, not even a drop. The lucky survivors who make it out? Silent as a brick wall. No interviews, no tell-all books, nothing. So the world gave them a name. The Awakened. These lucky or cursed few have mana coursing through their bodies like some overhyped energy drink. And wow, aren't they just the backbone of modern civilization now? Magic engineering, a skill that shouldn't even exist in our so-called logical, tech-driven world, is now just a Tuesday for them. They're out here bending reality while the rest of us are still trying to fix our Wi-Fi. The power of the Awakened isn't just flashy light shows, it's literally what fuels magic tech. And of course, if you've got people who can do what physics says is impossible, companies start drooling. Please join our company. We'll give you more than those peasants over there. Yeah, corporate recruiters act like they're bidding for the last PS5 on Earth. And the Awakened? They rake in money hand over fist, walking, talking, mana-powered ATM machines. Honestly, if only there were a tower walkthrough on YouTube, half the population would be in there speedrunning it for the paycheck. Jaiju's in the middle of his own little world, scrolling away, when his phone lights up with a message he's never seen before. It's addressed to him, formally too, and that alone is enough to make him pause. He stares at the screen, confused, trying to figure out what exactly just landed in his inbox. Whatever this is, it's not your average spam or app alert, and judging by that expression, it's about to change everything. Jeju checks his phone, and suddenly the screen floods with alerts, like it's trying to speedrun a whole season of his life. Entered the first floor, cleared the first floor, received the rewards, entered the 6th floor, entered the 13th floor. It's like someone's live streaming his achievements in real time. Then, out of nowhere, subscriber count, earnings, rewards. Whoever's running this feed isn't just tracking him, they're keeping score. And Jaiju? He's still standing there, probably wondering when he signed up for this game in the first place. Jaiju's phone shows 527 mysterious files. He panics, thinking he's hacked, and decides deleting might be safest. Jaiju panics after misclicking, fearing a hack. He shuts his phone off, only to realize he's streaming. Hearing a strange voice, Jaiju protests about work. Viewers mock him, revealing he's stuck streaming inside the tower. Jeju realizes the attacker looks and sounds exactly like him, confirming it's a perfect copy of himself. He's shocked, unable to remember wielding the massive weapon, yet stands confidently with it amid glowing embers. Jaiju watches strange videos, spotting a fluffy creature called a popoi, Clearly surprised and a bit annoyed, Jaiju recalls the Popoi from earlier videos, learning it's a rock-eating monster with dangerous, sharp teeth. Jaiju realizes the strange interface not only reveals potential rewards, but also directs him toward the correct path in this world. He sees a future video of himself raiding the tower, a place with no shared information or strategies among Awakened. All tower knowledge is his alone. With 2 years before the portal opens, he trains hard to surpass his future. He trains, studies videos of tower raids, and works diligently, preparing to clear it with confidence and precise strategy. With determination, he vows to raid the tower, masking his ambition behind polite work exchanges and silent, hopeful prayers. He prays for the portal to appear today, recalling quitting his job last month to prepare for this opportunity. He needs money, questions if videos are misunderstanding, remembers orphanage, gets nervous about unknown timing, decides to stretch while waiting. Glowing blue vortex pops up mid-air. My guy's like, "A portal? Yeah, buddy, that's not the Amazon delivery you expected." Portals swirling like a cosmic smoothie, and our boy, already halfway tripping into it, gravity clearly didn't ask his opinion. Jaiju's chill morning turns wild as a glowing portal pops up, growing fast and pulling him straight in. A mysterious voice invites Jaiju in, warning that the call came whether he wanted it or not. Jaiju smirks, determined, and rushes forward, declaring he was already planning to enter. Jaiju reaches the portal interface, eyeing the difficulty settings, and finally extends his hand to make a choice. Determined, Jaiju selects high difficulty, vowing to face the tower and confront the director head-on. With fierce determination, Jaiju shouts his resolve, ready to conquer the tower no matter the challenge.